Hi, Amelia. How are you guys? I also created my new deck. I was spending a couple hours on it yesterday. I wanted to have it done in the early ends of the afternoon, but it ended up not being done till a little bit later in the evening. But I just have some new cards here. So if you guys would like a message card, if you'd like a tarot card, let me know. For no contact. Okay, so what are the next actions towards towards you? Thanks for liking, Zoe. I appreciate it. So let's get into it, Zoe. A's energy. You guys are in a period of no contact. What's going to be happening? And you said 2 weeks or 1 week? Coming few weeks. Okay, so a few weeks. Let's see here. All right, so the guides gave you two main cards. The first one that you're getting is the Six of Cups energy. So it looks like this person and you are both stuck in the past of a certain situation. You guys are having a hard time getting over a certain kind of hump between both of you guys. Now, this person's going to reach out, but only when they want to reach out, okay? With the Emperor card in the reversal, this person maybe a little bit spiteful towards you, or a bit controlling, or even like self-destructive whenever the Emperor is in reverse, okay? Now, with the Six of Cups energy being in the reverse, these are both coming in reverse, and I double-check placement, okay? Sorry. It's a mess. I'm dealing with something right now. But overall, this person, okay, sorry about that. This person is going to be reaching out to you. I think that's really what you were asking about, but only when they want to. So that could be happening in the coming weeks, all right? I know. Sorry about that, but I do feel like that's what's going to be happening for you. All right. If anybody else would like a reading, feel free to let me know. Sorry, I'm getting a business message. I was trying to handle that, and they freaking are taking forever. I just sent it to you. Okay, so is there anything exciting coming up in your love life soon? Hi, P, what's up? Amelia, is there anything exciting coming in your love life soon? All right. One card. All right, so there could be, this is going to be exciting, and exciting, everybody thinks it's a positive connotation, but exciting is not necessarily a positive connotation. You know what I mean? Like being in a car crash could be considered exciting. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I hate saying that. But with the Knight of Swords energy in the reversal, that's why we have to be careful what we ask. But with the Knight of Swords being reversal, there is going to be somebody who's going to be speaking towards you or speaking at you, but it's going to be negative. With the Knight of Swords coming up in the reversal, it's almost like this person ends up taking an action towards you, but it's almost like the opposite reaction that you expected from this person. This person could have air sign in their chart, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. They don't have to, but this person in particular definitely is going to be really sharp with their words, and it's going to be exciting, the conversation and what that ends up leading to, okay, with the Knight of Swords energy. So it's going to start off as like maybe a disagreement or maybe an argument that's going to lead to maybe something else as well, okay, with the Knight of Swords energy coming in. Doing good. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Maria. Hi, welcome in. Does Sebastian want to contact you, but he's scared to? Or did he move on? I don't know. I feel like that's two different questions. But it is one. But hold on. Does Sebastian want to contact you? Okay. Okay, so he feels at this time that if he reached out to you, he would have to kind of like grovel or have to kind of, it's almost like he feels like he would still have to make up for whatever happened as far as like a fallout between the both of you guys. And he kind of just wants to pick up where you guys left off and craves that soft, tender side of you, because you're coming up as the Queen of Cups in the reversal. And this usually is somebody who's a little bit spiteful, is intuitive, always intuitive, whether in the reversal or in the upright. But with it being in the reversal, it's almost like you're utilizing your intuition for personal gain, not necessarily to equal out the scales. So that's why, anyway, how do I explain this further? It's kind of like you intuitively get a reading or something like that, and then you'll end up trying to manipulate this person, and stuff like that with the Queen of Cups energy in the reversal. But to you, you think it's for the betterment of the relationship, but you don't really think about what your person genuinely wants out of the relationship. You just want to know if it matches yours or how to manipulate it to become kind of like yours. And that's what this person's kind of like perceiving. This person's finding you to be a little bit manipulative, feeling like they can't necessarily trust you at this time, but they're still very much open to receiving messages from you. I wouldn't even say messages, a message from you to let you, like, to kind of give them a little bit of an energy feel about where you're at, okay, with them. Because even though you might already be over and you're just waiting for this person to apologize or link up and stuff like that, this person is kind of wanting you to kind of care or chase even a little bit, okay, with the Queen of Cups energy in the reversal. Well, the connection, hold on. All right, what are the current romantic, hey guys, Olivia, what are the current romantic feelings of AK about me? We're not talking. All right, so let's see. What are the current romantic feelings of... You're welcome, Maria. What are the current romantic feelings of AK about you? You're not talking. What are the current romantic feelings about AK that AK has towards you? So you're getting the Empress card, and the Empress card, let's double check placement. Upright. So the Empress card is coming up in the upright, okay? I don't take them how they fall out, guys. You have to be in person to understand. Anyway, so with the Empress card coming forth, just like a pendulum, you can ask for like confirmation and stuff like that. All right, so like, yeah, you would have to be there on the other side to be able to feel that it's not me pushing it. Anyway, with the Empress card coming forth in the upright position, all right? Yeah, it's like a hidden secret of mine. With the Empress card coming forth, this is somebody who definitely values you. This is also somebody who sees you in a very, very high place in their life. They also feel like you're somebody who wants to settle down as well, okay? This is also somebody who puts you a little bit on a pedestal, thinks that you can literally do no wrong. I'm picking up a lot of motherhood energy as well. So there's a lot about your personality that also reflects their personal mother or their mother figure in their life, with the Empress card coming forth, which also draws this person to you, okay, with the Empress card coming in. But this is also a card of status, of title. I would have to pull out a little bit more cards and stuff like that, but with the Empress card coming forth, with the one free card, the Empress card coming in, this is very much like somebody wanting and seeing you as like a potential mother figure. This could even be like a really strong relationship that could potentially lead to marriage, but this is only one card, but the Empress card coming forth. Yes, you're right. He thinks I can do no wrong. Exactly. I really feel like he thinks that you can do no wrong. And I know P had sent something in. I don't know if you guys are still here. I stopped scrolling up for the questions because I don't know if people stay in or hop out, and I don't want to be there just sitting there waiting. What kind of job opportunities coming towards you? You've been applying a lot. So it's not about what job, because you don't really care about what job it is. You want to know when you're going to be getting it. Okay, but I'll answer your question there. The Magician energy in reversal. So this is exactly what I was feeling with the Magician card coming up in reversal. And I didn't say it out loud, but you're manifesting a lot of different jobs. And it doesn't necessarily matter what job it is. It's just a matter of when are you going to obtain it. With the Magician energy coming in the reversal, this is also about you having a hyper pinpointed kind of like outline of what job you're really wanting to receive. So if you know what, I'm not that I don't really like standing up a lot at work. I kind of want to sit down. And you're probably, that doesn't make you lazy. That just could be a preference of yours. You probably don't want to stand up all the time at work. Once you have to stand up all the time at work and like a seat is refused to you, I completely understand. And, but at the same time, it's a choice to work for that company. So you have to understand, are you wanting to work on the floor? Are you wanting to work behind a desk? Are you wanting to, you have to see your perfect outline of the environment that you're actually wanting, because that's why you keep obtaining these jobs and like not feeling happy, because it's not necessarily in alignment with who you are, or even a backing of who you are, really. With the magician card energy, you keep seeing it as like a number instead of like a passion project or something that you really want to do. Okay. And you said exactly, I'm applying to a lot of office jobs. Haha, exactly. I know, that's why I'm like, office jobs are great. Like, they really are. No shade. And on the foot jobs are great as well, but they definitely take a toll, especially if you have like, see, like I push through it because I have to do that. But I prefer to sit down or be in a relaxed state. I'm kind of an active person for the most part. My lifestyle has just kind of pushed me to become that. So, like, it's like whenever I have to go, think about this. I gotta walk to work, walk back to work. Then I have to stay up on my feet the entire time. Okay. And then you get like a break, but it's not really a break. You know what I mean? So, like, you stand up, you like sit down for like, what, 10 minutes, and then you stand up the entire time. And you're probably like, well, how does that differ from when you're at home? You get to stand up all the time. No, actually, you don't. If you calculate how many times you actually sit down in like your home space, you'd realize how much you actually like crave it. But anyway, so like I was in a car accident when I was 19, and my right leg got caught in between the passenger side and like the passenger seat and the passenger door. I wasn't even driving. And it was a left turn, and I got all of the impact from the SUV that hit us head on. It was like this big ass SUV. I think it was like a Lincoln or something. And we were like in this small ass Hyundai Elantra in fucking South Carolina places on our way to go fishing. And I told him not to make that left turn, actually. I repeated it and I screamed at him. I was like, dude, do not make this left turn. Like, do not. And he did it anyway because he's a fucking idiot. He's Virgo. And he did it anyway. Okay, because they always think that they're right and they know the best part, even if it's the longest fucking way to get there. Okay, Virgos really do feel like their way or the highway. It's like that's why they come across a lot as Emperor energy. Okay, even though their energy doesn't necessarily, it's not really. Anyway, so a lot of times they'll be in a position of power or things like that, but then they'll realize like they don't really belong there. And it's anyway. So with the Magician card energy coming up in the reverse, so you're gonna be getting it soon. All right, and you're going to manifest a job, but you're not necessarily going to be happy within that job because you're not looking at what you really want in the environment. Do you want your boss to be a little bit more, lax, or a little bit more emotionally intelligent? Do you want your boss to have like a good balance? Do you want like, you know what I mean? What do you want out of your leader? Okay, so the thing about being a follower is that you get to choose who you want to follow, because you're not necessarily leading working for another company, right? Correct? You'd have to be following a certain format, of following a certain business plan, following a certain outline of your position, right? Unless you're in a leadership position, but still you're leading a certain pathway that you didn't necessarily originate. You know what I mean? Most of the time it's like by board members or things like that, or maybe you have some like subtle influences to it, but for the most part, everybody who works for another person is a follower, okay? Somebody who builds up their own kind of like stuff like that, they're most likely more of the leader kind of aspect, because they're willing to take on those responsibilities, those faults, those crashes, those all of that, and have no backing or support system along the way usually. Okay, and that has a lot to do with leadership as well. And people, they'll say, oh no, you're a leader if you're in a leader. That's the biggest fucking lie. If you're a leader within a certain, think about this, do you own the company? Do you own the majority of the stockholder? Do they determine your set value? Do they have to agree to a certain amount to pay you? Or could they deny you and hire somebody else for lesser? You know what I mean? Who has the true freaking leadership? And not saying the followers don't have any form of power whatsoever. Of course, what's a leader without any followers, right? But with the magician energy coming forth in the reversal, you're going to be receiving this position, okay? You're going to be receiving possibly a couple different opportunities, and they're going to be very similar, all of them, but mainly it goes down to the work environment, because your main complaint about your previous jobs was how you felt within the position, and the money. It's mainly you've been really hyper focused on money, and I get it. You want to be hyper focused on money, especially if you're in a sales oriented job. I completely understand. Okay, but you don't want to have to focus on that entirely, because you're going to feel energetically drained. So you just want to have that as something that you've already confirmed to. You already know how much you're making. So trying to stay away from commission-based jobs, because that puts you at like a really weird state in your like emotions. Not saying you can't do it or that you won't be able to do it, but it just puts you at a really weird kind of like energetic frequency, or both. Do like a base plus commission-based job. Anyway, that's what I'm getting for you, okay? That's very accurate. I have been doing this. I do need to look for the environment I want to work in. Yeah, sorry. I channel a lot, so it doesn't even matter how many cards that I... Yes, exactly. My current job environment is weird. You are way too accurate. Thank you. Jenna, what's coming on? Let's see. Hold on, Jenna. Jenna, you blowing up the chat. You gotta give people time. I'm gonna answer yours so you can stop. What's going on currently between Aditya and Sakshi? Sakshi is third party. I don't know why I feel like Sakshi is not the third party. I feel like Sakshi is the person that this person's really invested in. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but that's what I'm feeling. Okay. Hey, Stephanie. I'll get into yours right after, okay? I'll get into yours right after this. Let me just answer Jenna's real quick. But let's see. So what's currently going on between Aditya and Sakshi, okay? What's currently going on? They're about to be over. All right, Ten of Swords energy in the upright. What's going on between them is that they're done. They're deading things. They're getting tired of each other. They're coming at each other's throats with certain things as well. And I'm also feeling and picking up with the Ten of Swords energy. There's somebody who's still kind of like trying to drag on. It's almost like a Ten of Wands energy, actually. But this person, in their mind, they've already ended things. So this is mainly about the mental catching up with the physical, or the spiritual catching up with the physical catching up with the spiritual. Okay, because this person spiritually and mentally and emotionally is like done with this person. It's like every time they have a communication or conversation with each other, it's like they can't really say anything positive towards each other. It's like they're constantly parenting each other. If that makes sense. And that's them dealing with their karmic situations and soul contracts with their partners, Jenna. But overall, what's going on between them is that things are going to be pretty much over soon, if not already, with the Ten of Swords energy coming forth in the upright, which is going to lead to transformation, hence the 10. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you. I was sensing that. Oh my God, you're right. Well, so it only shocks y'all. It doesn't really shock me, because this is what I do for a living. But let's go into it. And this is what I've been doing for a while. All right, so AB, you purchased a 7-card spread. So let me know your question, and we can get right into it. And then I'll go right back to the free questions, guys. This is only a 7-card spread, so it shouldn't take more than like 5 minutes. A person takes it. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't hold any places. I don't make a list. You are truly amazing. Thank you. Feel free to check out my playlist, my moods playlist, my love playlist as well, guys. Just when I just reposted my moods playlist. You're probably like, what is that? That's a bunch of different pick a card readings, and they're very in depth. I even watch them. I'm not even kidding. I watch my own videos. All right. I really do. Just wondering what E has been thinking since we talked yesterday and planned for a visit on Friday. Ooh, I knew it. I knew some plans were coming, and I'm happy for you. All right, just wondering what E has been thinking since you talked yesterday and planned for a visit on Friday. So we're going to get into the new love message deck that I created yesterday. I threw out all of my old cards, and I wanted to start off completely fresh. I got this feeling during the Aquarius full moon. All right, guys, just leave it be, but let's see here. So what is he thinking? What's going to be happening for the plans on Friday? Let's see here. The Knight of Wands energy coming forth. Ooh, you guys are definitely going to be having sex, and probably amazing sex. I know you're probably like, whatever. No, it's not going to be whatever, because there's going to be this really passionate flare that's going to ignite something within inside of him as well as inside of you to want to do something else, okay, with the energy, like merging your energy even further, okay, like connecting and seeing him doing different things, planning things for the future is also something coming forth. But with this being here, he does still have his little toxic habits, and he may lie to you that day that he sees you, okay? This is also something dealing with lying as well, okay? So just be cautious, and it's something that you're going to maybe intuitively focus on. Like you're going to feel like, something's not right about this. I don't know about this. like this kind of energy, all right? And with the Hermit card coming up in the upright, it's almost like you're going to hyper focus on it. You may even get a reading on it. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you can get a reading about this and da, da, da. I'm not trying to be like that. You could do that, or you could even read for yourself, or maybe even go online, pick a card, whatever. I just see you hyper focusing on it and thinking about it intently, because something isn't sitting well. It's almost like your intuition screaming at you in a different language, and you're feeling it. Like you're feeling, like when somebody's yelling at you, you can understand if they're mad, you can understand if they're sad, you can understand if they're worried. It's, at least I do. Like when somebody's speaking to me in a different language, I can get it. Like, if, are you upset? Are you whatever? Are you this? And that's the beautiful thing about being an empath, that a lot of us, especially you, have that gift to where you can tap in and you can realize, oh shit, like my kid, I know exactly how they feel. I know exactly what's going on with them. I know exactly how to, you know what I mean? Like, deal with them. Like, this is the person who can hear their babies cry and be like, yeah, I know exactly what my kid needs. I know exactly what that needs. I know what to do. I know what the empath, okay? And men get this way too. A lot of people just only give female credits for this, but for some reason I'm getting that the both of you guys share this feeling, and he's going to know when he lies to you that you don't even believe what he's telling you. I don't know, I'm just getting that energy too, okay? All right, so the next one that you're getting is the Wheel of Fortune reversal. So even though it's going to be a fortunate day, that he may even follow through with these plans, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune energy coming forth in the reversal, it almost seems like something's being blocked from you, and I feel like it's an origin from this, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune in the reversal, I feel like it's almost like you can't really be present in that moment because of what he said or what he did. I don't even feel like it's something that he did, because then you'd have physical evidence to like trace it back to. It's what he said in particular, and faith definitely comes through hearing. So with the King of Wands energy coming forth in the upright position, all right, this is also him wanting to take action towards you and not wanting that moment to end. There could also be some divine blockages. There could be another person trying to hit him up that day to try to link up with him or something like that, somebody who knows that he's in town. I do see him bypassing that though. And I'm also going to pull through a couple of the Love Renewed as well, okay, for you. All right, let's pull out two more. As I say that, the Two of Pentacles, I knew it. This person's going to have two different offers. And this person's going to be very undecided. And this is where this lie is coming from. It's almost like he's telling you why he's late, or like what he was doing, or like, oh yeah, I was busy with work, but really he went grocery shopping with like some other bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. Now the next one that you're getting is the Nine of Wands in the reversal. But it's almost like he may end up going back and forth with the plans. And I don't know why I'm feeling an extension of the trip, but it's almost like no, he's leaving. It's like everything's set, but it's something that's extended. That's why I feel like there's an invitation being extended to you. There's something that's unlocked that was once locked and blocked from you for a while. There could also be a karmic event that happened between the both of you guys that's going to be kind of like revisited just slightly. You guys might end up talking about it just a little bit. But let's get into the Love Renewed. And let's see. Let's see, what's going to be happening Friday? How is he currently feeling now? I'm going to get three main cards out for you. All right, two. And then we'll also read the one at the bottom. Dearest love, I cleaned out my closet for you. You can officially move in little by little into my space. My space that will soon become our space. Damn, okay, so I do feel, okay, that he's already, and I picked up on this before, but I feel like he's craving merging with you, living with you. What would it be like? Would you move to Texas? Would he move back, to Florida? Would he do, you know what I mean? The next one that you're getting is, Dearest love, I am not in the mood to argue today. Let's just meet up and forget about it. This is also something he's going to deflect about some things, and it may irritate your soul and your spirit with your Libra rising, okay, and your Taurus sun, all right, which I can understand. I have a Libra and Mars, all right, and when I get angry, it's mostly like I try to think about both sides, okay, but you have to understand Libra energy is all about soul contracts, okay? They're meant to heal, teach, renew, all right? Libra energy is really, really vivid. Justice scales, okay? It's more than that. It's about soul contracts as well, all right? So a lot of people who have that within their chart, and where you have it in your chart, has a lot to do with soul contracts. Anyway, so with Dearest love, I'm not in the mood to argue today. Let's just meet up and forget about it. This is the energy I was picking up from that 7-card spread, is that this is going to lead to maybe kind of like an ultimatum between yourself. Like, man, I don't know, I'm getting that TikTok song, hell yeah, hell no, hell yeah, hell no. I don't know, I'm getting that. And it's almost like you're trying really hard with inside of yourself to be like, don't pop off. Understand. Try to just take a second. And you're really good at that because you're a Libra rising and you're a Taurus. You're usually very stable. Yeah, people like to say you're stubborn, whatever, but really you're just very stable. And like with Libra rising, this is also an element that is going to make you feel like, but the justice of the situation is I did this, this, and this, and I waited and I did compromise, and you're still not seeing it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure you see the complete outline and why the fuck you fucked up. You know, that kind of energy, all right? But for some reason, I feel like he's really thinking about wanting to move in with you, wanting to expand his life with you a bit. But at the same time, there could be something that he either lies about or tries to kind of deflect from that's going to maybe irritate your soul a little bit, okay? Now, this could be a future notation. He's really seeing deeply. I only wrote one of these, okay? Out of all of them, I only wrote one of these, all right? I want it to be very, very in particular, very, very kind of like finicky with certain love messages within this deck and to bulk it up with other things. So, dearest spouse, the best day, and this is the only card that's written like this. Dearest spouse, the best day of my life was when I married you. I honestly don't know what I was so afraid of. I really thought you would have left me by now. I love you more than anyone because you stayed through the rejection and pain from others and even from me. I love Oh my gosh, it's supposed to say I love you endlessly, but it says I love endlessly. I don't know why. It's supposed to say I love you endlessly, Lord of mercy, when I'm channeling. But with this energy that's coming in, I'm also going to pull one more from the top. Family invite, family event invite, say yes, not I don't know. I don't Listen, I highlighted this because I have a tendency to do this. All right, I'll be like, well, I don't know. And then I'll end up showing up anyway, or I'll end up doing something, or I'll end up because that's the only thing I'll think about that day. You know what I mean? But with family event invite, say yes, not I don't know. This could also be a really strong invitation coming in that could lead to you connecting with his family. And you did say that in Texas, he does have some family around, okay? A lot of his family around, okay? A good portion of it, okay? Not all of it, but a good portion of it. And that could also be an indicator of what's going to be happening in the way future, in the far future. I don't even feel like it's the way future. I don't know why I'm getting like this is sooner than expected. This person's also seeing that you guys are going to constantly come back and gravitate towards each other. He's going to want to put in a little bit more effort, but he's going to be really touchy whenever you try to defend yourself or defend your stance or even like anything like that. He's going to be like, what? What the hell? It's almost reminding me of a drill sarge, to be honest, a little bit. Like, what do you mean? Didn't I just tell you to jump? Like, what the heck? Like just jump, you know, like that kind of energy. But that's not the way a relationship works, and that's not like necessarily connection works. It can work like that, but it shouldn't be a healthy way to do that. So I feel like you're gonna end up finding a different way to communicate your emotions. It's almost like you're gonna get this strong intuitive download, just naturally, and it's almost like you're going to know exactly what to say or exactly when to push away a little bit. So really follow that intuition. But that's what I'm receiving for you, love. I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you for purchasing a reading with me today. I appreciate it. And if you do want a longer read, if you want that 20-minute read, I can send you the special link for it. Just let me know, okay? You can ask up to 5 main questions with that. Shreya, will your person take steps to become your boyfriend? All right, so let's see here, okay? Shreya, or Shreya, will your person take steps to become your boyfriend? And I see the beautiful goddess. Thank you for staying there, okay? Let's get into Shreya. And I don't know why Latoya's energy, do we post out? Hey, what's up? But for some reason, I'm getting Dochi energy from the profile picture. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's interesting. But let's go into Shreya. Will your person take steps to become your boyfriend? All right. So this person necessarily isn't going to do things fairly. Well, he should have already asked you to be like dating and stuff like that with the Justice card energy in the reversal, and there's no shade and there's no judgment on that. I completely understand. But with the Justice card coming forth in the reversal and then the Page of Pentacles energy coming up in the upright, this is somebody who is going to ask you, but it's going to be fucking later on, and it's going to be like a breadcrumb. It's almost like this person's going to ask you to be their boyfriend or girlfriend during a time frame when you are kind of like almost where you could have been potentially married to this person by now or engaged to this person by now. This could be like you've been dating this person for like 2-3 years and now finally they're like, you know what, maybe we should try dating. And you're like, what the fuck have we been doing? Like, what are you talking about? And to the point where you got to be like, have we been dating this entire time? Like, you know what I mean? Like, to that point where you're going to be like, have we not been doing this? Is this us coming out of our delusion of what we've already been doing? Like, that kind of energy. We've been involved for 2 years, yes. All right, so that's what I've been kind of picking up on. I was getting like a 2 to 3 year mark. I've known people who were like in a relationship for like 6 or 7 years, okay? And didn't even get proposed to then. And then once they got proposed, they still had to wait for their actual marriage. So really, they were already with this person for 8, 9 years. And then they, you know what I mean? That's some shit. But you have to really love somebody for that. When you realize it's really what you want, time doesn't really matter, okay? Oh, well, unless you don't have children with them, you know what I mean? But even then, time doesn't really matter because you could either adopt, you could do a surrogate, there's so many different amazing alternatives, also creepy ones, like the robot one, I think is creepy, all right, that they're working on, which I feel like is cool. It only just guarantees like the surrogacy because people just hate dishing out all of this money and then the surrogate is like, no, I want to keep the baby. You know what I mean? Or stuff like that, which I completely understand, but did you really though? You know what I mean? But anyway, with the Page of Pentacles energy and the Justice card coming forth, I do feel like it's eventually going to happen, okay? You said haven't talked in 2 weeks. I wouldn't get too displaced with that because this is somebody who kind of does, whenever the Justice card energy comes up in the reversal, this is Libra and Scorpio. You have to understand that it's Libra and Scorpio. It's not just Libra. It's Libra-Scorpio cusp. So that means October, usually, okay? And then we also have an earth elemental energy of Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurin, okay? Which is the delivery of when this potentially could be occurring, okay? So it looks like something unfair is going to take place, okay, between the both of you guys, or it's possibly already taking place. And this person plans on doing this and solidifying this, but it's going to be a little bit far-fetched, okay? And it could be happening during Earth sign season, maybe even next year. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but it's definitely what's coming out for you, okay? All right, so let's get into the next one. His Venus was in the light, his Venus was in the right place when he did. Here's the thing, guys, whenever you see these astrological dates, you want to prolong it by maybe even like within a 2-week range. If you're really, really powerful in alignment and your body basically, this is how you can tell, is if you get your period on a full moon or a new moon. Literally on those dates to like where it's the peak of the sky, it's 4 a.m. and you're like, shit, I just got my period. And it's new moon cycle oriented or full moon cycle oriented. Really pay attention because that means your body's in alignment with natural cosmic timing. And another way to test it, let's just say if you're like, you know what, I want to be up by 7 a.m. And this is scientific. People have a natural clock, okay, to like where some people really can naturally wake up when they need to wake up. It's almost like people will wake up, like for instance, whenever one of my people that I used to date, okay, would get really upset because I wake up always, my guides will wake me up always before somebody set alarm. So let's just say somebody has to wake up at like 5:30. My guides will wake me up at 5 so that I don't get pissed off, because it's fine if that other person gets pissed off because they probably can handle that. Me, when I get pissed off in the morning and like stuff like that, that's why sometimes they'll wake me earlier. They'll wake me like and significantly earlier whenever I know like, oh man, yeah, I definitely needed that hour before I actually needed to start getting out of this bed. Let me bed rot for like 30 minutes, or let me scroll through these for like an hour. Let me do this for, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's go into someone's thing in there. But anyway, that's a way to tell like a natural clock, okay? But what did she say? She said, may I please receive career guidance, any info that can help my current career path, please? Okay. So what do you mean? So let's see. So you just want any career insight. So let's just see. Any career insight that's going to be helping you on this journey. It looks like you could be marrying into money with the Ten of Pentacles energy and the Knight of Swords in the reversal. And even though you're probably like, no, I want to be my own person. Well, your heart's going to be dictating a different way, okay? There's something about your current work environments where you're just going to really not like working in those environments. But anyway, so let's get into that and let's see what's going to be, you know, happening for you, okay? You know, my dude is so fucking hilarious. He just messaged me some dumb shit. Hold on, let's get career advice for you, love, okay? So career advice, anything that you need to hear. This is exactly what I was feeling. So your heart is going to eventually lead you down probably some sketchy paths, okay, as far as like your career goes. And the reason why I'm saying that is not that it's not like you can work for like an amazing company and then freaking that whole shit is corrupt. You got your boss freaking trying to make moves on you. You got this trying to happen. You got all this other stuff, but it looks amazing on paper, kind of like rich families, okay? But with the Fool card energy coming forth, in the reversal, okay? This is Aquarius, this is Aries energy, but this is also about you really have nothing to worry about. You're going to be following your heart, so you're going to be going to the and beat your drum, and sometimes it's going to seem very erratic to like where you end up like just quitting all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden maybe something, one of your side hobbies starts blowing up, or one of your side things starts really being consistent, or one of this, and then you get these new ideas or whatever, and then all of a sudden things happen for you. The Fool card, Aquarius Aries energy, and they'll get these really strong urges, and it's really passionate, okay? And their intuition will lead them. It's basically, it's kind of like a leprechaun who knows where his gold is. And I hate saying that because it makes me laugh and smile, because if you guys have ever seen Leprechaun in the Hood, anyway, it's on Tubi. Listen, guys, it's so stupid. It's supposed to be a horror movie. It's so stupid. But if you are a 420 certified like me, and you go ahead and watch that while smoking, you're going to be fucking, like, you're going to be laughing your ass off. But anyway, the Fool card energy, and it just makes me laugh. Every single one of them. Leprechaun, one, two, there's some that I like more than the others, but it's so stupid. It's like stupid lore. Okay, but anyway, so with the Fool card in the reversal, you're going to be naturally led to where you're needing to be. So you're going to make the connections that you're needing to make. You're going to be marrying somebody who possibly is going to be making a lot of money, to the point where you're going to be like, why was I so worried about my career in the first place? Why was I so worried about this? You might even find yourself like in leadership positions all of a sudden. Maybe you go from like being a waiter to all of a sudden you're like a manager, like a real one. You know what I mean? And like, it just, yeah, especially with the Fool card coming up in the reversal. Okay. King of Pentacles, Sugar Daddy. I don't feel like it's a King of Pentacles either. I mean, they would. You're probably like, well, wouldn't they? But I don't know why I feel like this person just makes a lot of money naturally. Okay. So like, they don't really working. I think I'm natural. I did. I really don't need Carson channel. I just have to concentrate either on like just the thought, or you know, whatever, and it just comes through. But anyway, with the Fool card energy, it really is coming up. I feel like you're just going to fall into the position that you need to go into, and you're going to get the worst advice in the process. Like, there's some people who are going to be like, oh no, stay in this position, stay in this environment, stay in that environment, and everything inside of you is going to be like, yeah, there's no fucking way. You can go ahead, Becky. I'm gonna, dip. You know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. And I feel like it's gonna lead you to some pretty awesome successes. Now, will you at one point be like, shit, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. Probably multiple times with the Fool card energy coming up in the reversal. But then all of a sudden you have a major win. You know, that kind of energy is coming forth. So a little bit of guidance there. And you're probably like, so basically just follow my heart on the situation and I'll end up with somebody very wealthy, essentially. That's basically a summary, to be very transparent. But it's more than that, because the Fool card is kind of like, maybe you're doing some impulsive things where you're not really following through or planning with your intuition, which is what Virgos do. They plan with their intuition. So a lot of people make fun of them for being like, and I'll do it too. I'm guilty of this. I'll make fun of them too for outlining thing, even though I know my fucking North Node's in Virgo and I can be an organization queen if I wanted to. But I don't. I choose lax, okay? And I don't clean up anybody else's messes that are not mine. I've learned that lesson the hard way, because people will like, they'll just freaking do it. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just getting a lot of Virgo energy. I'm a Virgo rising. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But have imposter syndrome. What do you got? Pisces energy in your chart or something? Most likely. That is your sister sign. But anyway, Marietta Harad. Yes, love. Thank you for stopping by. Hold on, wait a minute. Marietta Harad. My goal is to properly pronounce everybody's name. okay? But it's horrible, okay? And trust me, I get it. My first name actually is Jocelyn, okay? And as easy as you think that is, people be calling me every other fucking, because they're not attentive. So they'll be like, Jocelyn. My favorite one, because then I know they definitely didn't hurt me. It like they definitely didn't hear me. They'll call me Yasmin, or they'll call me Jasmine, which I don't like, okay, because my mom on purpose didn't really like that name, so she changed it, okay, to something she did like. And she just started writing it on paper, and she just liked the way it looked on paper. My dad likes to claim that, but like I have a hard time feeling like I have a hard time recognizing that somebody who wouldn't put their name down on my birth was so ashamed of their child they did not put their name down on their birth certificate, and definitely didn't want to support them financially. Everything that all the blessings they had were only at their father's house. They could never take it to their parents' house, and when they did, like their other mom's house or whatever, when they did, it was like a whole fucking thing. Okay, you don't want a parent like that. It's hell to deal with the parent like that, because you're constantly fighting. You're constantly fighting. Trust me. I'm an Aquarius father, and I'm an Aquarius as well. And then I got, anyway, it's not even mentioned. But so it was really difficult. I was born, and I was born with a different last name. I was born with my mother's maiden name, and on my birth certificate, I still have the original. I had like, I didn't change my last name until I was 17. My dad didn't legally like adopt me until I was 17 years old. And you're probably like, why would he fucking wait 17 fucking years to do that? Or why would he do this? Or why would he? And honestly, he's an Aquarius man. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, with a Leo rising. Ain't nothing getting past that man's ego besides himself. Okay? And his reputation mainly. He's very focused on his reputation, how people view him, even though he doesn't like to see that. He does care about how people view him very deeply. And that's that Leo rising. Okay? Anyway, enough about that motherfucker. Let's get into another one, okay? So, oh yeah, beautiful goddess. Will the connection with your Leo improve from his side? So, will your connection with the Leo improve from his side? Let's see. From his side? Girl, that man is spiteful. Speaking of Aquarius, that's so fucking hilarious. I was like, enough about that mother. And look at this. Look who shows up. The swords in reversal. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in reversal. I kid you the fuck not. Okay? And we're talking to the beautiful goddess. Okay? Will the connection with your Leo improve from his side? And that's funny. I was talking about Leo risings, and I was talking about Aquarian energy. I was talking about that, and it's in alignment. So anyway, with the King of Swords energy coming up in the reversal, this person's naturally pretty spiteful. Okay? In their reversal state, this person's naturally pretty spiteful. And whatever they say, it's going to go. Whether they're your father, brother, a lover, whoever. With the King of Swords in the reversal, okay, shit don't fly, okay, at all. And they're going to inquire, and they're going to dig even into your most intimate and personal spaces of your mind. And they may end up saying the most irate shit, okay, with the King of Swords energy coming forth, where you're like, damn, that was hurtful as fuck. You know what I mean? The King of Swords, it's like after being, but you know what? I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to have a father like that, because it trained me emotionally to not give a fuck about what half of the damn male population has to say about shit. So with the King of Swords energy coming forth in the reversal, it just makes me like, yeah, it don't matter. It's like, I was like, it don't matter. They're just going to continuously talk the way they want to talk. There's no respect. There's no none. I was like, you know what? The reversal, the King of Swords, is just men shit. Okay, but with the King of Swords energy and the reversal, this is somebody who's going to be very spiteful towards you, and they're not necessarily changing anytime soon. Okay, with the King of Swords being in the reversal, the only way they're going to change is the upright, and it's still cold, it's still distant, but a little bit more warmer, a little more humanitarian oriented. So it's kind of like, how do I explain this? The Aquarius doesn't necessarily care about the individual, but the mass collective. Okay, so as far as interpersonal individual relationships, they're not too big on that. Okay, and they're very finicky on it. But when it comes to the mass whole, like the entire family, or the entire like a career, or the entire firm or the entire world or the entire base or the entire whatever. That's what they care about. As far as one individual's yearn and need or whatever, it doesn't outweigh the needs of the many, or what is it? Needs of the one or the few. What is it? Many. Whatever. Something. Star. What is it? Star Wars, I think, said that. I don't think it was Star Trek. I think it was Star Wars. Anyway, my uncle repeated that to me 20 million times. But this person is not necessarily going to change, okay? All right, so I'm going to answer about 2 more questions, guys, all right? All right, so I got you. Yeah, but I do feel like this person's going to be consistently communicating in your life, and I do feel like you and this person may end up like in a kind of like marriage setting. Will it be the most happiest? I mean, that's up to you, you know? But with the 10 of Pentacles coming up at the bottom, I do feel like that's, you know, favorable for you. All right. All right, let's see. Cassie, will your person romantically pursue you? You're in no communication. Okay, let's see here. I know you really want this person, okay? But I feel like this person, as much as they've already pursued you, is about how much they're going to be pursuing you, okay? Because the 7 of Pentacles is coming up in the reverse, so there's not even like, oh, I'm just waiting for it to build here. We're just taking our time. This is, I don't want to take any more time. Matter of fact, I'm going to walk away from the garden. Whatever the fuck it wants to do is the fuck it wants to do. Like that kind of energy, as hurtful as that may seem. It's very much like, if we're friends with benefits, that's what we're just going to be. This is all we're, and it might sit in when you're laying on their chest. You're like, damn, you know, I feel like this is probably all we're ever going to be. And maybe it's been like, you know, a year or 2 years or whatever. And sometimes you're just like, you know what, this is pretty much all we're ever going to be. You're never going to take me to a field of flowers. We're never going to go pumpkin patch together. We're never going to do that. We're never going to do, you know, the things that I really want to. We're never going to do the freaking pottery classes. You know what I mean? And you're probably like, damn, bitches want to do that? Yes, they do. Okay? Bitches want to do a lot of shit. And they'll do it by themselves or they'll do it with their friends, but they would rather do it with somebody else that knows them so intimately, so like on that level. They would rather do it with somebody else. Yeah, they can have their friends and whatever, and it's still fun. You're still fulfilled. You got that self-love, whatever, but it doesn't match. Like, okay, you either come home with the pottery cup that you made and you're like, oh, hey, I made this. And then they're like, oh yeah, cool. Like fucking, you know, a dad in grade 2. It was just like, oh yeah, I gotta fucking make this or whatever. But all right, cool. It's kind of like Eminem when he goes Mockingbird, where he's like, Dad, look what I made. Well, Dad's got to go catch a plane. Daddy, where's Mommy? I can't find Mommy. Where is she? I don't know. Go play Haley, baby. Your daddy's busy. I'm writing this song. This song ain't go write itself. I gave you one underdog. You gotta go swing by yourself. I don't know why I'm getting that. And that's a sad song, but you know, I have dark humor. With the 7 of Pentacles and the Magician energy in the reversal, okay? I do feel like this person maybe just doesn't want to invest fully within this connection. And I feel like everything that you try to manifest with this person, it comes up in the parallel. Like, if you want love from this person will become a little bit more obsessive and possessive, but not really giving in and investing fully into the relationship. This person has a tendency to be very manipulative and paint this picture like they are going to settle down, like they are going to do this. Even when they ghost you, they like to paint this picture at times with the Magician card energy coming up in the reversal. All right, but that's what I'm receiving for you. Anastasia, hey, what's up? Is there any new love coming towards you? Is there any new love coming towards you? Let's see here. And Marietta, I think I already answered your question. I think I did, right? Or did I just read your name? All right, is there new love coming towards you, Anastasia? Yes, but it's going to be kind of like a hidden paramour kind of type of feel with the 6 of Wands energy coming up in the reversal, okay? So what I'm getting from this with the 6 of Wands in reversal, you are going to get a new love interest, or I don't know why I feel like this is going to be like a revamp of like your previous lover. And it's going to be still hidden and not necessarily open. Like no one else is going to know that you're really with this person. Okay, they're just going to automatically think that you're single. And they might even still try to like run game or whatever on you. You know what I mean? Because you don't necessarily have that protection of that time. You know, there's things that come with it that people don't really see. Like, anyway, with the 6 of Wands energy coming forth, Lord, I posted 5,000 times. That should tell you patience is a virtue, to wait. Wait till I'm done talking instead of interrupting, because then you know that my focus will be on the chat. You know what I mean? But anyway, that should be a sign. But I see you, okay? And I will get into yours in just a moment. With the Six of Wands, I do feel like you're going to be in a relationship and a connection, and it's going to feel like a deep relationship. It's going to feel like a deep connection. But it's going to be hidden. It's going to be pretty secret. Okay? All right, let me wait for Toya. Whenever you're ready, Latoya, to post your question, okay? He doesn't go public with me. Okay, so you know who this person. Yeah, you know who this person is. Yeah. You know, and I completely understand that feeling. I really do. I've been dealing with it my own entire life. Yes, I know. Hello, liked 8. Do my son's father, Tay, want to be back in communication with me? Yes, no, thank you. Okay, so does your baby daddy want to be in communication with you? Yes, but they wish that you would stop popping off and crashing out. With the Queen of Wands energy coming up in the reversal and the Empress card in the upright, okay? I do feel like it is going to happen. This person definitely values you and sees you as a future partner, the mother of his child. He definitely does value you that way. But with the Queen of Wands in reversal, he feels like you're being self-destructive in the process. Every time he tries to kind of like connect or anything like that, there's something else that pops off and he just can't deal with it anymore. So he pushes you away, all right? But I do feel like he is interested in that, okay? Oh my God, Slitlana. I think that's how you say it. Slitlana. I'm gonna give you because you wanted to know, you wanted to have a card from your Sag. Oh, card. I don't know why that came from. Card. Okay. Or would you like to get one card from the Love Renewed? It's a new channeled message deck, so you can make a choice. Okay. And that is for, you're welcome, Latoya. I hope you have a good day, okay? Thank you for staying. I know it probably, you wrote like a lot. And you also received an angel number, 252. It's 12:52, but you sent that at 12:52 p.m. on my side. Anyway, you might want to look into that angel number for some added insight. Damn, that was on point. Oh, good. Well, love message. All right, cool. So let's see here. So you want a love message from your Sag. So let's see here. Your love message from your Sag. Slitvana. All right, perfect. One card came out. Damn, I shuffled those cards. Family event invite. Yes, say yes, not. I don't know. I'm gonna get another one. Urgent message. I need your help. Blast from the past is also something coming in. I'll get one more. Urgent message, I need to talk to you. So this is all in alignment with his energy. I put some text messages in there. I put some major event pieces in there, and then the majority is like messages as well, like full on like 4 to 6 sentences kind of thing on the no card there. So I mixed it up, gave it a little bit of variety. I kind of mixed all of my previous decks into one. This one has nothing to do with money, not even like be prepared for a money blessing, none of that. This one is not. The other one, I will be making a different, like, money deck. Okay, but this is the energy that I'm getting. It could be somebody messaging you while they're at a family event, okay, or dealing with family or around family, all right, especially if you guys aren't on that level to meeting their family yet. I need your help and I need to talk to you. So I need. This person's pretty selfish, so be careful. This person definitely doesn't necessarily think about your needs. This person definitely cares about if you're available for them, okay? Is also something coming forth from the Sagittarius, which is really prominent. They have a tendency to be that way. They have a tendency to kind of like, they care about people and stuff like that, but, Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, you know what I mean? Sagittarian. Sagittarius male. I don't really know many Sagittarius. All the Sagittariuses. Well, you know what? I know I dated one Sagittarius. Yes, I did. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I think like 2 weeks. And that was as long as it took me to realize that I have completely lost interest in everything that this person says or does. It's like it takes a long time for me to like really connect with somebody. And when I like deeply love somebody like that, then it doesn't matter like if they cheat, if they do it, like it's crazy. I just will stay with them. But that's it. I have to genuinely love you. I have to genuinely love you. If not, then I'm not dealing with any of that shit. okay? And you just get cut off quick. And most of the time it's like, oh, you could deal with somebody who cheated on you all the time. Yeah, because that person, I mean, I've been through 10 times more than you and I ever will. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck? Anyway, with the urgent message and family event. So this could be somebody who's going to be reaching out to you with a bit of urgency as well, who wants to talk with you, who needs your help, or maybe your assistance on something, okay? And this could even be kind of like their excuse to try to get your attention, all right? Jessica, can you get a love message from your Virgo? So let's see here, Jessica, all right? A love message from your Virgo. Let's see here. And also, guys, I do offer readings, private readings. I can deliver them today, same day. If you guys aren't interested, feel free to let me know. But let's get right into Jessica's a love message from your Virgo. Oh, shit. You're technically only supposed to get like one card, bro. But apparently you need this. So, dear Stu, you will no longer carry resentment towards your ex. You will no longer yearn to reconnect. Your energetic tie is officially severed, is also something that's coming forth. The next one, and you're probably like, no, I want to keep it forever. This is a future-based message, and this is definitely from Spirit here, okay? Dearest love, you look so beautiful pregnant. You make creating life look so easy. I just wish I could be there for you more. I feel like I work all the time now. Very Virgo. Dearest you, I hop in. I'm driving to a place Dearest you, hop in. I'm driving to a place I only go to. I want to fully be free with you. I don't want to hold back during sex or even just being with each other. I want all of you. Dearest you, a previous lover will want to interrupt your relationship. Your person will not cheat on you with them. They will prove it to you, is also something coming forth. So maybe their soul tie that they had to a certain ex, or maybe a soul tie that you had to a certain ex, is going to be severed. Now you're also getting unknown caller, finding messages. They got caught cheating, is also something coming forth. Guys, look at my little doodle. You want to see? Look. This is like a pic, and it's usually a nude. And then I was seeing different messages. So I just put that there, okay? You are also getting, and this could possibly be from a previous lover, who's trying to interrupt whatever's coming forth towards you, but it's almost like they're going to prove to you that they're like old messages or old pictures or old something. It's like, it's something that they're going to prove to you. Anyway, dear Stu, you will no longer, I already did this one, sorry. Text message, are you mad at me? Text message, I miss you. Will they respond is also a hidden thought in their subconscious. Why didn't they call me? Sigh, like really feeling pressed for a response from you. They hate me. I know it, is also something coming forth. And are you mad at me is also something coming in. Okay, is what I'm receiving. But I'm going to answer for like a couple more questions. Okay. You must have really needed that. But if you do want a personal reading, I would suggest booking today because I am delivering readings later tonight. Okay. Yes, we're in no contact. Yes. Okay, so that could be what that is. He has a soul tie with an ex. Yes. Okay. I'm new. Will I be very submissive? Hi. Okay. All right. So I don't think I answered yours. Will I be a very good submissive housewife for Carl in the near future? You know, learning how to be submissive for as far as like a housewife, knowing Reiki is going to help you too. They said this in my class, like when I went for level 1 training in person. Okay. At it's a spiritual store nearby here, okay? And I went, and the guy who wrote the book on it, Nicholas Pearson, he was teaching the class, okay? And it was level 1 certification. It was so much fun, it really was. But he was talking about Reiki actually helps you become submissive, like as a wife as well. But anyway, but let's get into this. So will you be submissive? So this is a conscious decision that you can make of whether being submissive or not. And you just want to know if you will abide by it, something that you kind of want to be. But let's see here. Are you going to be a submissive wife? Yeah, as I say that, the high priestess, you already know that you are. Okay, you already know that you are. You're just waiting, but you are stubborn because some people want to like move like with you or do certain moves, and you'll stop them. You'll stop the progress, but it's because you have some kind of intuitive insight about it is the reason why you even stop that progress. So it's not necessarily that you aren't submissive, because you are technically submissive to your intuition as well. But that's what I'm receiving. So yes, you already knew that answer. Okay, and that was from Marietta. Okay. What are the true intentions of A towards you, Brittany? What are the true intentions of A towards you? Let's see. He doesn't necessarily have, I'm going to tell you, but you're not going to really like it. His true intention is to keep you blocked off from your intuition to fully know what the fuck he's hiding. Okay, what the fuck he's got going underneath the surface here. With the Two of Swords energy coming forth. All right, it's also like blocking off your intuition about how you truly feel about a situation. It's kind of like you know somebody's cheating or lying, but they'll derail you. They'll say other things. They'll do other things. They'll show you other things. They might even start doing a couple other things for you to like where you're going to be like, oh, we must be getting really close or da-da-da-da. And then all of a sudden his bags are packed and he's gone. Okay, he's involved with another girl. Yes, I caught him lying. Yeah, and he doesn't want you to catch him lying anymore. So he's going to try to, he might even try to gaslight you, project a lot of shit. Like, let's just say if he's calling you entitled, but fucking get this, you share everything with this person and test them on things that they normally would just naturally grab that are technically yours. Let's just say if you have a vape, okay, and it's yours, okay, and let's just say it's yours, okay, maybe this person initially bought it but you paid them back for it and it's just yours, okay, and this person, every time you see them, they don't even ask you like, hey, do you have your vape, do you mind if I hit it, like they don't have that comment, they feel entitled to it. So put it away. And it's just like these small little tests, and you'll get reassurance through these small little tests. I'm telling you. Just put it away and just like be like, oh, okay. And just wait till they bring it up. Oh, you don't have a vape? Oh, okay. No, yeah, I do. And then just stay silent. Um, do you have the vape? Like, yeah. And you just look out the window, you're chilling, everything's fine. Not until them motherfucking ass say, hey, may I, can I, you know what I mean? Like, please. Like, how hard is that? But if you're entitled, you expect it. If you're entitled, you expect it being handed to you, you expect it being there, you expect to take it anytime you want it because you're entitled to it, right? At least that's the way you feel about it. This is how this person feels at times about your energy, okay? But with the Two of Swords energy being here, I do feel like he's trying to block you off from a certain truth, and intuitively you're going to pick it up on it anyway. It's just like a little freaking traffic cone. There's another route to your destination, honey. So you'll end up finding that out, okay? But anyway. But okay, guys, so that is it for the free session, guys. If I do have time later today, I might hop on again and offer one free card as well as some other paid readings. But I am available for paid readings today, so definitely book with me if you guys are wanting a paid reading delivered privately. All right, guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and definitely check out my new pick a card reading that I uploaded just a few days ago, and it's a candle wax reading. So if you guys are interested in that, and it also includes tarot within that as well. No message cards in that because I just created the message deck last night, the new one, and I'll be obviously creating more along the way. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, bye for now, guys.